I think maybe the blue-eyed people should be on top the first day.
And up here?
I mean, the blue-eyed people are the better people in this room. Oh, yes, they are. Blue-eyed people are smarter than brown-eyed people. The blue-eyed people get 5 extra minutes of recess, while the brown-eyed people have to stay in. The brown-eyed people do not get to use the drinking fountain. You'll have to use the paper cups. You brown-eyed people are not to play with the blue-eyed people on the playground because you are not as good as blue-eyed people. Who goes first to lunch? The blue-eyed people. No brown-eyed people go back for seconds. Blue-eyed people may go back for seconds. Brown-eyed people do not.
Brown-eyed.
Don't you know?
They're not smart. And it seemed like when we were down on the bottom, everything bad was happening to us.
The way they treated you, you felt like you didn't even want to try to do anything.
It seemed like Mrs. Elliott was taking our best friends away from us.
Brown-eyed people are better than blue-eyed people. The brown-eyed people may take off their collars, and each of you may put your collar on a blue-eyed person. The brown-eyed people get 5 extra minutes of recess. You blue-eyed people are not allowed to be on the playground equipment at any time. You blue-eyed people are not to play with the brown-eyed people. Brown-eyed people are better than blue-eyed people. They're smarter than blue-eyed people. And if you don't believe it, look at Brian. I use Orton Gillingham Phonics. We use the card pack. And the children, the brown-eyed children, were in the low class the first day, and it took them 5.5 minutes to get through the card pack. The second day, it took them 2.5 minutes. The only thing that had changed was the fact that now they were superior people. Why couldn't you get them yesterday?
We had those collars on.
You think the collars kept you?
You just keep thinking about those collars.
How long did it take you yesterday?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. How long did it take you today?
4 minutes and 18 seconds.
What happened?
One down.
Why? What were you thinking of?
This.
I'm returning the hula hoops.
Oh yeah, the process of everything we had to go through. Hey, you know what? I'm returning first.
97.1 radio.
That's cute.
Trumpets for the trumpet player.
I'm that flight that you get on, international. First class seat on my lap, girl. Riding comfortable. Cause I know what that girl them need. New York to Haiti. I got lipstick stamps on my passport. You make it hard to leave. Been around the world, don't speak the language. But your booty don't need explaining. All I really need to understand is when you talk dirty to me.
Hey guys, so I'm Zarina.
I'm Jenna.
And we just visited the Playhouse.
Overall, experiment failed.
Because they were like preschoolers, and so you kind of expect them to be like rowdy and
Yeah,
messing around. But
yeah, the boys were crazy.
there were some aspects to this experiment that really proved how the groups worked in the Brave New World.
Yeah, everyone just wanted to be individuals, I guess, and I mean the red and yellow weren't too bad. It was mostly the alphas that were crazy. Just wanted to do everything.
But the alphas were dominantly boys. That was pretty biased right there.
And the troublemakers of the class.
In the Brave New World, I mean,
Mostly boys, right?
yeah, there were a
Oh my
lot of
God.
guys, and they were pretty like. They think they can do whatever they want. Actually, the most individual people were actually in the alpha, so.
Yeah, we had We had a Bernard.
And then we have people like Henry Foster who just follows everything. We just came out of that. We'll talk to you guys later. Okay?
Yeah.
Bye. Hey guys, so we're back and it's been a couple weeks now since our experiment.
Well, we're gonna talk about the Brave New World
and how our experiment connected to that. We're gonna start out with Bernard. While we were doing the experiment, we had a boy. We didn't take down any of their names. So we had this boy who definitely acted like a Bernard.
and we had all the girls basically followed all of our rules, so they're all Lenina, I guess.
We had this one boy who was like the ideal student, like the person who would always follow directions, and we called him our Henry Foster.
And we also had a Helmholtz who kind of just rebelled when everyone else did.
A little bit more about Bernard. So there's this boy, he was a very sensitive boy. Like if he didn't follow the rules, then some boys would kind of like tease him slightly. But he would really react to that. He cried when a boy snorted at him. He was just like a Bernard. And then after like being teased, and he just decided to quit our little game or experiment we had going on. He just decided to go off and do his own thing, and he became like lonely, and he was alone, and he didn't accept our candy. The Henry Foster dude, he was always listening to us. He even told on us like if other people weren't following directions. He tried to tell them to follow directions, and if that didn't work, he would come to us and he would be like, hey, these kids weren't following directions.
Also, background information, real life situations, I guess, relating to the Brave New World, the Holocaust, how like the Jews were still proud to be Jews even though the Nazis made them suffer.
The Germans, they made themselves seem better than everybody else, while the Jews, even if they were like the lowest class, they still had a lot of patriotism.
Also, like Black history, civil rights, the white people basically made them feel inferior, back of the bus type thing, that divided them as well.
Just in general, back then, there was like different social classes. So there would be like peasants, serfs, and there'd be like higher people, and then like the highest, of course, like the king. Nowadays, we still have some class division, rather than class division based on appearances. It's more class division based on like income. Yeah, there is a difference between nowadays, than before, or even there's a difference between us now and like even the society in Brave New World. In modern times, you can work yourself, like earn yourself to a higher position. You don't always have to be in the lower class.
The American dream.
But in the Brave New World, you're just destined to be in that
Yeah,
position.
you can't move up. You're just stuck in whatever class you're in. I hope you guys liked our presentation. We'll see you in class.
First things first, I'm the realest. Drop this and let the whole world feel it. Let them feel it. And I'm still in the murder business. I can hold you down like I'm giving lessons in physics. Right. You should want a bad bitch like this. Huh? Drop it low and pick it up just like this. Yeah. Cup of Ace, cup of Goose, cup of Chris. I heal something worth a half a ticket on my wrist. Taking all the liquor straight, never chase that. Never stop like we bringing 88 back. What? Bring the hooks in where the bass at. Champagne spilling, you should taste that.
I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo, I'm so fancy. Can't you taste this gold? Remember my name, got to blow.
I said, baby, I do this. I thought that you knew this. Can't stand no haters and honest. The truth is that my flow, that HB did the party. Swagger on super, I can't shop in no department and get my money on time. If they got money, decline. I swear I'm in that day so much to get that line of rewind. To get my money on time. If they got money, decline. I just can't worry about no haters, gotta stay on my grind. Now tell me who that? They do do that. Put that paper over all, I thought you knew that. I be the I-G-G-Y, put my name in bold.